and it ends up like he ends up increasing the play. Like he makes a pass that makes the play better. Yeah. A lot of Bennett's plays end up with like the puck in the corner. Yeah.
So you always take the over on the Bennett tracker. How do you feel about it this far? Back from injury, looking pretty good on the fourth line.
Yeah, I always get hopeful that he's going to, get hot, and I think he does have the potential to get on a hot streak. But
I'll tell you what, this year will include playoffs for that 30 point.
Well, I think even better.
He's a man in playoffs.
It should be a pro-rated 30 points. So take the games he plays and extend that over 82. So if he gets 15 points in 41 games.
All right. To finish off our lineup talk, so we have Jankowski. Ronaldo was sent down, then called back up. I think that's something to do with cap. And
cap management, yeah.
So in the press box, Jankowski, Ronaldo, and Stone. Personally, I like Shillington more than Stone, so I'm okay with Stone sitting up there. Do you want to see Jankowski or Ronaldo in the lineup? And if you do, which place would they take?
Well, just going back to Stone for a second.
All right.
I think Stone and Shillington are quite different players.
True.
So the benefit is when you swap them, you get something different in the lineup.
So you can read your opponent and see who might be a better fit.
Yeah, and also in back-to-backs, it's nice to have a fresh guy come in. Jankowski, I thought he was doing well on the fourth line, centering. I wouldn't mind seeing him back in, but...
who would you take out?
I'd probably take out Reeder or Frolik. Like, they're all kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo, he adds some, he's intense. He adds some energy, but again, it's all interchangeable. Like, on any night, any of those guys could have a great game or have a bad game. So there's not much to separate them. Last
year, Jankowski scored, I can't remember how many goals, but I like to feel it was around 10 or something. I'll look
a lot of shorthanded goals.
True, but also a lot of good shots.
Yeah.
He has a good shot. We've seen it. So when the Flames are struggling with scoring like this, it'd be nice if Jankowski can find a scoring touch. But he hasn't yet, and that's probably why he's in the press box.
Yeah, I don't think he has any goals this year.
He's still looking for that first.
Yeah.
Sad, but true.
Should we talk about Zarnik on waivers?
Okay. What's your thoughts on that, Nate?
Well, it's an interesting situation because we put him at risk.
Yeah.
Like, we could have lost him and got nothing in return.
So for cap space, which we direly need.
Right, we got cap space, but what I mean is we could have put Jankowski on waivers and got cap space. We could have put other players. So I'm just wondering what's your thoughts of Zarnik being the one, sort of the decision being he's the one who's going on waivers.
The talk from the Daily Flames Roundtable is they suspect that high injury sprain is a known injury that other clubs may be hesitant to get on board. I'm no physiologist, but what do you know about the high ankle sprain?
Oh, I know people have said it takes a while to get back to playing.
Okay.
But if you're interested in Austin Zarnik, you would still grab him and say, okay, well, for example, Edmonton, they don't have that much depth on forward. If you're interested in him as a player, you might say, okay, it'll take him 10 games to get back into form, but there's still 50 games left in the season, so it's a lot of time for him to play.
You're surprised he wasn't grabbed?
I am surprised, actually.
I am as well, pretty surprised. But relieved at the same time?
Well, it's good to keep an asset.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, I look at the Flames and I see that we have Goudreau, we have Dubé now, we have Derek Ryan, Mangiapane's not big, so we have a number of smaller, skilled forwards, and Zarnik, I don't know if he's better than any of those guys, so it kind of comes down to you can only have so many small skill guys before your team is too small. So maybe Zarnik, we just have too many guys similar to Zarnik.
Yeah. There's going to be probably some wheeling and dealing, if not before the off-season, because depth is not a problem for the Flames this year.
And actually, that's the rumor about Taylor Hall, is that the Flames may have been trying to wheel and deal to get Taylor Hall.
Yeah. And there was potential there. By the way, last year, Jankowski, 14 goals, 18 assists, 32 points.
Yeah, decent.
It's decent numbers. So he probably would have been... Okay, if
he would have been considered.
Yeah. We come up with a deal for Hall. Throw in Jankowski, Frolik, maybe Quine, Zarnik, four guys.
I doubt Quine was involved. He's not even in the NHL. I doubt Frolik was involved because it's a big cap hit, and he's a UFA.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Jankowski, but you got to think from the Devils' perspective. They the players they get have to be something that's going to benefit them. So getting Frolik, it doesn't benefit them because they're not making the playoffs this year.
Have they already had Frolik?
No.
Oh, I don't think so.
No. But the players the Flames offered had to have been players who are going to be in New Jersey past this season.
Truth is, I don't really want Hall, and it's purely based on the injuries. His list of injuries over his career.
Yeah, it would depend on the price, because you're going to get him.
It's going to be a hefty price.
Well, you saw what Phoenix paid.
Yeah, but was he taking their cap?
He took half the...
Yeah, the
Devils retained half. So yeah. I think his cap hit is $6 million.
Yeah. And
so the cap hit for the Coyotes is $3 million.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. But you saw what Phoenix paid, which was a first-round pick, conditional third-round pick, and then some... I think they called them B-level prospects.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing seems a little strange to me. They didn't get any. It's prospect. Okay, it's New Jersey prepping for the future.
Yeah, because they're not making the playoffs this year.
No.
So they're trying to get some stuff to help them in the future.
The way I read it at the end is the Coyotes have Taylor Hall now. Coyotes are already playing really good. Taylor Hall's a good player, so it's just more to fear for our division.
Yeah, and Coyotes need scoring.
This locks in Coyotes with, I'd say, top three. So guaranteed, except for the breaking news that Darcy Kemper got injured. I don't know how injured he is or how long he'll be out, but that's their top goalie.
Okay, well, this is my question for you then.
Okay.
You said you don't want Taylor Hall because of his injuries.
Yeah.
But you've also said that's locked in Coyotes top three.
Yeah.
So if the Flames had got Taylor Hall...
would have that locked in the Flames. I see what you're getting at.
Yes. So that's sort of the debate is if, you only have him this year, but if he can push you to the top of the Pacific and you can go on a playoff run, it'll be worth it.
When was the last time that Flames have traded for a player and the players come in and been a hit? Instant success. It's been a while, eh? It seems like the best products in the Calgary organization come from within.
When's the last time anybody got traded and was like an instant hit?
Tavares, maybe?
Yeah, that was off-season though, but yeah, I'll say Tavares, yeah. But most of the time, in-season trades, it takes time for the guy to adapt.
Yeah.
But I'm just making the point that if you think Taylor Hall can push the Coyotes up another level, then maybe why didn't the Flames go for it?
We don't need him. The way the Flames are built already. The Coyotes don't really have this bigger names,
That's a good point, that we already have small, skilled forwards. Yeah. Where the Coyotes, they needed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He might have been another small guy, even though he would have been at the high end of our offense.
Yeah. He's not that small. He's like 6 foot, 200.
I don't know if he's that tall, but he's in the NHL. He's considered a small, skilled forward.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was heavyweight.
No. That's the reason he's been injured so much, is he's a smaller guy.
Taylor.
Okay, so the Flames have 2 games coming up this week. On Sunday we play Dallas, and on Monday we play Minnesota. So we got a back-to-back. Pretty quick back-to-back, too.
2 teams that play well against Flames usually beat them.
And they're away games. That's important to mention because...
Within 24 hours, too. Crazy, From Dallas to Minnesota.
Yeah. And after that, they got... So that's 22nd, 23rd, and then there's the Christmas break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be a tough turnaround. We'll probably see Talbot in one of the games. Yeah. Probably the Minnesota. So what do you know about Dallas?
Ben Bishop has our number.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I know about Dallas.
So they have the coaching change.
Yeah, they turned it around a long time ago, and now they're fighting for a top in the Central.
Yeah, 5-3-2 in the last 10.
Yeah.
Like you say, Ben Bishop seems to have our number, so that'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota, it was a team at the start of the year.
They were like feeding the bottom, and they've turned it around.
Yeah, Brucey Boudreau.
Yeah,
he is.
You can't hold him back, man.
No,
He's a bona fide coach.
Honestly, I think he may be the greatest regular season coach of our era. Like he always does well.
Too defensive, though. His teams are not fun to watch.
No, but I'm just saying the results he gets.
Sure.
It's like guaranteed stamp your card to the playoffs, which is not easy to do every year. Like last year was the first year he missed the playoffs, I think, in a long time. And this year, Minnesota does not have a great team, and they're 6-3-1 in the last 10. They're up to 39 points, so
2 back from Flames,
and they have a game in hand, so almost the same record as the Flames.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
It's not Dubnyk, it's Stalock who's taking them.
Stalock.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see Stalock.
Oh, I don't know if we'll see him, but he's playing better than Dubnyk and getting more starts than Dubnyk.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be a tough one for the Flames, especially the second one. The quick turnaround with travel.
But you usually see a team surge on the second half to back.
Do you think so?
Haven't you noticed that?
They surge the first period and then they tail off and usually lose the game.
Usually?
Well, most teams lose the second of back-to-back. Statistically, there's a huge difference.
All right.
So what's your prediction? 2 games. We've got Ben Bishop followed by Bruce Boudreau. How many out of 4 points do you see us getting?
Man, we need these wins, but I have a feeling Ben Bishop will start against Calgary. And if we can get that game to at least OT for 1 point, I'll be happy. So I'll take 1 for Dallas and we got to beat Minnesota. 3 points.
You're going for 3?
Yeah.
I'll be more pessimistic. I think 2 out of 4.
Yeah. A win against Minnesota, loss to Dallas.
Maybe. But I do think the fact it's right before Christmas, maybe like some sort of rally for the team, like... It's a back-to-back, we're tired.
The other team doesn't celebrate Christmas?
No, but it just... If you're the better team, skill-wise, you might be like, let's just step it up for this one night, then it's Christmas.
Flames aren't just better team skill-wise to Dallas.
No, I'm talking about Minnesota.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because, we'll be on the back-to-back, and the guys will be like, let's do it for Christmas, let's do it this... No. And then, kind of everyone will pull together and...
Should they bring in Ryan McDonald to read the opening lines again?
It did help, I guess. So yeah, fly Lanny out.
I found the order of which he read it out to be a little strange. He started off with Brody, then Riddick, then Giordano.
No, I think he did D, goalie, offense.
Okay, and is that standard?
I don't know if there is a standard. What I found strange is he gave everyone a nickname except Kachuk. He called him Matthew.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. He's like,
Matthew, I
Ritter,
know your dad.
And then he's like, and Matthew. It's like, why doesn't Kachuk get a nickname?
He knows his dad.